He's back and coming off a big game a weekend ago. Coming up, we'll see the visiting Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. With that, let's head inside the Ford Field in Detroit. We're standing by are the two men who will bring you this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much parity. So the way they played has been truly remarkable.
Now Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Kenny Clark busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Third and long, it's Stafford. This is Reddick on the screen. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Cousins on 1st down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn.
Glover Quinn came into the NFL as a cornerback, but he's morphed into one of the better safeties in the league, and he just finished this one off with that nice pick.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Linval Joseph coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford. He hits Reddick underneath. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows some bounces set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 61 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And now, partner, he has surpassed Marvin Harrison's record for most catches in a single season. He's got 144.
It's amazing. He almost did it quietly because Marvin Harrison wasn't a guy that we saw much in the media, but boy, did he produce. Now, he steps aside. Marvin Harrison is number 2. We were here today to see the new number 1.
So here come the Lions now as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now Cousins on 4th down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
On second down, Cook. Oh, good move. And now running right through it. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. This is caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent game,
Still
but all
first
for
down.
naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing, Cousins. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Again, it's Cousins. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Now Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. 20! Touchdown, Detroit! A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, there's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. On 1st and 10, Cousins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. First down. Here's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Cousins to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Here's Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, and it's 3rd and short.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing is Stafford. Out to the flat for Reddick. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every.
Stephon Diggs, the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? Move 60.
3rd and 2, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Stafford now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Stafford on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing it up.
And that's caught inside the 30. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Cousins on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Connects it to Roberts, right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ready?